Alright guys, welcome back to another video today, and I learned a new skill that I didn't know, and I learned how to grade lumber just in board footage. I can't tell you like the core defects and stuff like that just yet, but I got this nice little tool and I learned how to use it. This is a Doyle log scaler. All I did was just pick it up on Amazon. I think it was like 25 bucks or something like that. Just extends out. Kind of fun to play with. Extends out 48 inches long. So 48 inches is also 4 feet. So this is 4 foot long. Couple things you can do with it is you can figure out board footage. Alright, so this is, I can't really pronounce that, but it's a Lufkin Doyle log scaler. Alright, so you have your inches on this side, and this right here is just a scale. So this is 10 feet, 18 feet, 12 feet, 14, 16. That just tells you where your number is down through here. So you have your inches and you have your feet long that the log is. So I'll give you an example. We'll go right here where it's easy to see. At 8 inches in diameter, from inside of bark to inside of bark, and on the small end of the log, so you don't measure the big end because then you're just going to screw the guy that you're selling the logs to, basically the guy that's buying them. So 8 inches, we go over here, we go 10 feet, go all the way across, is 10 board feet. At 8 inches in diameter, at 18 feet, you go all the way across, it has 18 board feet. And then you flip it over, and you just remember where your 8 is. So 8's right here. So then you just go over again. It's 12 feet long, you go over 12 board feet. 14, 14 board feet. 16, 16 board feet. Simple as that. Now, say you have an 8 foot log. It's a little different. 8 foot log, we use our 16, but you got to divide that in half. Alright, so if we have an 8 foot log at 8 inches in diameter, we go to our 16, go over, we get 16, you divide that by 2, and there would be 8 board feet in there. So that's how you do that. So we got this pile of logs right here. A guy down the road, he's doing some logging, and he had some hemlock to get rid of, and well, just so happens we need some hemlock because we're running a little bit low, and we got our barn to finish. We got to get that going this year. We're going to do a lot of videos on that. We're really going to hammer that guy out. The weather's starting to break. It might be a little bit muddy, but we just got to go get her done. So we'll come over here and we'll start off with this big guy right here. The number's already on it. This is our biggest log we have. So the thing with this is you can also measure how long the log is. You don't need a separate tape measure if you just carry this around. Or if you there's actually conversions that you can just Google, but this just gives you it right on it, so it makes it easier. So all you do is just take your end of your ruler, lay it down. So we know that right there, where that ruler is, from here to there, that's 4 feet. All you do, flip it over, another 4 feet. You got 8 feet long now. And you just flip it over again, and she's cut. So from where we left off to where we left off, it's around 30 inches. And that's because when you're logging, normally you cut them in 6 inches over what the footage is. So like this log right here is cut at it's cut at 10 feet 6 inches. Always cut your logs at 6 inches over is what I do. It's what most people do, I think. I mean, I'm by no means a professional logger. Like I said, I just figured this out the other day, so we're learning as we go. It's what we do best. Or we're messing up as we go. It's probably what it is more. So now this end over here is the small end, and we already graded this when we bought it because he gave me a price on them. So they all have numbers on them from what they are. But so all we do is just take our little ruler right here and come over here to this side. You want to find the smallest end. So we're gonna go here to here. That's our smallest end, inside of bark to inside of bark. So if you look down, you got this bark, and here you got bark. So we'll measure it up. We got 19 there, but here we got about 17. So if you look here, we got a lot of defects here. So we're gonna measure from here to here where the line is, and all you do is on your thing, we're gonna measure. I mean, we scaled it really light. You probably could scale it up to 18, but we scaled her light. 17 inches in diameter. You come over here to your scale, right there, 10 feet long log. You go down right across. That log has 106 board feet. So that's what all these numbers are on the end of this. 106. We got a 23 board footer here, 62, 24 board footer there. It all depends on the length of your log. That's about it. We got a couple 16s down here, so if we were to do the board feet on, let's say this guy over here, because it's not in the mud as much. So I actually think the small end was on the other end, but we'll do the board footage just from this side, just because it's up out of the mud. So we're gonna measure it inside of bark to inside of bark. We'll just call it 12. So 12. Right there. So 12 inches in diameter. Again, this is the big side of this log, so it's not true, but we're just going by example. It's 16 feet long, so you got to flip it over. Alright, so we're going to remember our 12 is right here. You flip it over. 16. Follow it all the way across. That would be 64 board feet in this log right here. So that's what we got going on here, and we're gonna mill these up. We're gonna mill them up into 2x10s, 2x4s, and probably 2x6s. There's quite a bit here. We got some more. We just took a walk up in the woods to see what other hemlocks that we have up there that we can finish this barn out with, and there's actually quite a few of them up there that we can still pull down. There's some that we got to still gotta let grow, but for the most part we got probably 6 or 7 up there that we'll pull down and we'll use on the barn some more. So we got quite a bit going on here, and just wanted to make a little video on the new little tool that I got and that I learned how to use. Hopefully you guys can find this kind of helpful, because the first thing that I did when I got this is I googled how to use it. So it's as simple as that. Then, you know, you actually know what you're getting, because you don't want to just show up to these sites or buy a set of logs just going off from the other guy's word. So the first thing that we did when we got these logs back is well, when we bought them up on the hill there, or down the hill, whatever way you want to call it, when we bought them down there, the logger went through, he scaled them, I went through and I scaled them, and we were pretty similar. So this whole load of logs didn't cost very much, honestly. There's about 18 logs here. I think we got about 630 board foot, 30 cents a board foot. I don't know if that's a good price for around here. I'm sure everybody else has a different price going, but yeah. So that's what we got going on. We got some logs here, and we're gonna start milling them up and get moving on the barn again. We'll catch you on the next one.